So this is us out on the patio in Caracas. This is sort of our nursery. I'll just go over. Dog's not ours, but the kitten is. That's Tira. You'll see a lot more of her in the future. Hi, Tira. Okay, so over here are 3 crates of plants that will be moving on Saturday. I'll go through them now. These are coffee plants. We had disasters with our coffee plants in Paracotos because of fungus. Plants. These are like 4 or 5 different varieties. You can see there's actually several in this one bag. Whoops, not good. Pointing with the camera there, Saf. Well, that's better. These are all supposedly fungal resistant or disease resistant. Different varieties. We'll test them. We're going to try keeping them indoors this time. More about that later. Anyway, so here's a mix. We have obviously a pineapple. That's an oil palm with some, looks like it has anthracnose. I think that's why we've got the tip burns there. Anyway, there's another smaller one in there that I'm not going to show. And then this is jaboticaba, or jaboticaba, they say the English pronunciation. And that is a blue vexator, if I'm not mistaken. Will probably take about 10 years to fruit, so not really worried about that one. Now we have a lot of ají, or chili. These are hot, the rocoto kind, which are the black-seeded hot ones that look like small bell peppers, or small sweet peppers. This tree is the biggest one, and it's got a lot of flowers, but rocotos aren't known for being, oh look, onofre in the backup. Not known, there's a little one. Not known for being super productive, but nice long-lived healthy plant. So these are ají dulce, which are basically hot chilies without the hot, and they're part of every food you make in Venezuela and this area. These are more ají dulce. That one's a big long ají dulce that I got one plant out of, and then like several weeks later, 1 million more of those seeds. That dog was really trying to sabotage this. Anyway, so now we come to this palette table. This is a governor's plum. I like the red leaves. What is this? This is a kamsang, which is okay, we'll get there in a minute. There we go. Which is a citrus from, I think, Vietnam. And I grafted Meyer lemon on it, and you see the poor Meyer lemon has just about 1 leaf there. It just finished flowering. I'm hoping it'll get over that. But you see the leaf at least is healthy, and in a minute you'll see my other Meyer lemon grafts are not doing quite so well. This is from the Eugenia family. It's Grumichama. And this is also from the, oh no, wait, that's goji. I'm showing you my spindly little goji plant. It's been in that. I grew it from seed, and it's been there forever. It never does anything. This is another Eugenia, or Eugenia, and it's called Pitomba, and it's supposed to have sweet apricot-like fruits. I'm really excited to try that one. Behind is another Eugenia, which is the more common Suriname cherry. It's Eugenia uniflora, and this is the black variety. I'm hoping that this fruit is going to fall off in my hand, because that's how we know it's ready, and it is just refusing to do that. So maybe tomorrow. There's a green one next to it. So this was in full flower. It was pretty spectacular. When all the flowers burst open, it was like pure white. It's pretty cool. Behind that, fig. It's just a green fig. Again, that one's another one. It's been in that pot and bagged for years. It gives me a couple fruit a year, but if I plant it out, it'll probably fruit more. Mint, which never does well in Caracas, but is growing like gangbusters in Paracotos, so we'll take that with us when we leave. And a grapefruit, grafted grapefruit. I think it's a marsh variety, the white, which I really like. And some arugula, which is now in flower, so we'll be taking that just to put out so it self-seeds out there. There we go. These are 2 mandarin seedlings that I grafted with Meyer lemon, and you can see the Meyer lemon grafts have very curled leaves, yellowish leaves, and the mandarin branches that I left on because I want to see what the fruit is like look a lot better than the graft. So I don't know what the deal is with that. Curled leaves, I've looked on the internet bunches of times, can't find any information that's helpful. It's another of the Suriname cherries. That's another black variety. That's a seedling of a named variety, Lolita. Whole bunch of seeds that I planted that have not come up yet that we'll be taking along. A pineapple I'm trying to root. Grafted citrus we got at a nursery. This first one was big juicy lime, lime. Oh wait, I got distracted. Sachi down there. Hopefully we're gonna plant that at our neighbor's place and buy the harvest from him. But that's a little, anyway, back to our lime. Juicy lime, big juicy lime. The guy gave it to us. The nursery gifted us that one, said we should have it. It's really good. Okay, whatever, it's free, I'm down. Next to that is a mandarin. That's actually sometimes called a tangor, I believe. And it's, I don't know why I'm looking at that leaf. It has something shiny on it. I think it's fine. Anyway, that mandarin next to it is a tangor, which is a tangerine orange cross. And I believe it's called Ortanique. I think it's a Caribbean variety. I've never had it, so we'll see. That's a pomelo. I don't know what kind of pomelos they have here, but this is a grafted one. It just finished a big burst of flowers. It was quite lovely. And I'm trying to show you that red thing in the middle, blurry. There is a ladybug. We have a lot of them around right now, which is nice. Maybe some of them will hitch a ride with us to Caracas and hang out there. There's behind, we've got some basil that went to seed. And down here is a bunch of, this is my pride and joy Oro Blanco, which is a hybrid between a pomelo and a grapefruit. I used to eat them in California and they are wonderful. And those are some seedling mangoes that will eventually be grafted to something, and also seedling avocado. Down there is the limoncillo, which is our live fence plant, and several other things. But there's a whole crop load of the limoncillo. I'm showing you. Oh yeah, this is a volunteer purple sweet potato, and Danielle looked under here to see where it was growing from, and ta-da, there's actually a sweet potato under there. That's pretty amazing. So that will be also scooped up and taken along with us to the new place. 2 more days. All right, so we're going down now, there we go, to this patio down here where the reserve water tank is, and these are all of our many limoncillos, which we're still going to need, I don't know, this times 10 to do the fencing we need to do, but we'll get there eventually, I guess. More seedling mangoes, more seedling avocados. Some of those avocados will graft, and some of them we might just plant out along the street. That's a grafted mango, Irwin variety. It's the only one other than Hayden that I know that they have here. The other one, the little one next to it, is a Venus, which is a South Florida variety that I brought down, and the graft actually took, the only one that took. So that's exciting. And that is another Eugenia. It's a, I can't remember what it is. Ah, wait, I'm not showing you that. I'm showing you 3 grafted avocados. That's a Catalina, and that's a Cuban favorite. And then there was Choquette and Polak. This is the Eugenia, which is Eugenia patrici. Turtleberry, I think, is its common name in English. Flowers for me almost constantly, but it hasn't set a fruit yet, so I don't know what the fruit's like. I know it's very small. This is a almost dead, but fortunately not dead, cherimoya. It's a seedling of El Bumpo, so it's not an El Bumpo because it's a seedling, but it comes from that variety. And I think that the El Bumpo we had planted out might have been one of the casualties in the fire this year, so I'm glad we have another one. This is a red hybrid jaboticaba, which fruits early. So the others tend to take around 7 to 10 years to fruit. This one fruits in 3 years, around there. So I'm excited. Once we plant it out, we might get fruit. There's another one of the jaboticabas. That's a brown one. Brown jabot. I can't remember what its name is. Brown? I can't remember. Anyway, it's a long-term project. We've got 2 of them. That's one of them. And another one that I'll show you in a minute. That in the background there is a seedling longan, which I have no idea if the fruit will be any good since it's a seedling, and it will also take a long time to get there. This is a macadamia, air layered, so it is already in full flower. This is like the 4th time it's flowered. This is the most flowering it's done yet. And this is what macadamia flowers look like, if you ever wanted to know that. Maybe it'll set some fruit this time. Last time it started to set little fruit, I was hopeful. I think they got to like half size, maybe 1/3 of normal full size, and then they all dropped. So maybe this won't want to actually set fruit till we plant it out, but it's going to get planted out now. This is a acerola cherry of vitamin C fame, and behind that there is reaching for the sun is the other brown jaboticaba. There, that's the branch that's reaching out over the acerola cherry. We have an acerola cherry on our And that is huge, and it flowers somewhat, but it doesn't fruit hardly at all. So I'm pretty disappointed with that one. It's a grafted Hayden mango. We now have 2 mature ones of those in the new place, and so this one's trying to flower, silly thing. It should be just trying to grow. This one again, we'll plant it somewhere, and then eventually probably top work it with some other. And this is my pride and joy. My first avocado graft that took, and it's an oro negro. I brought the cyanwood down from Florida, and it took off from a bud graft, which they say here can't be done, but it can. And I'm trying to find the graft. There it is down there. I'm pointing at it, but I don't even think I know it. There we go. That's my beautiful graft. I'm very excited. It took really nicely. And now this stupid thing is fruiting. Look at it. It's tiny, and it's putting on not just flower, it didn't just flower, but it's put on all these fruits. So I'm going to take this moment to pick off all of these many fruits here. But I can't believe the size these fruits are getting to be. I thought they would all drop even smaller than that, and they didn't. So I'm excited that when we finally plant this guy out, which will be very soon, that's a tiny little oro negro fruit. That and it, again, once it gets settled, spans its roots a little bit, that it will be a prolific fruiter. It seems to like the climate. I don't know what it'll think of our Paracoto soil, but anyway, or how the fruit will be, because avocado fruits respond a lot to the quality and texture and nutrient levels and everything of the soil that they're in, mineral levels and all that. In Florida, or in the U.S., actually, especially in California, ooh, look, another ladybug. And there it goes. Avocados are all compared to Hass avocados, which are super, super oily. The West Indian avocados that grow in humid, more like equatorial and tropical climates tend to be less oily. I really like them. People make fun, that's a tamarind. People make fun of the choquette, like it's a really undesirable variety. That was a passion fruit vine. They think we're just taking a last little glimpse around here, and then we'll be going back up the stairs. People make fun of the choquette, but I actually love the choquette, and it makes me wonder if maybe the choquette in Florida is really different from how it turns out here because of the difference. Here's our concrete stairs, fascinating. So all of these plants are they're waiting their turn, and when the rains start in another month, we hope, they will all get to be planted out. And there goes Lupita. Hi, Lupita. She doesn't know it, but this place that has been her home her whole life is only 2 more days, and then she's off to a new land.